Drowning. I am drowning, for the waters have come up to my neck. I sink in the miry depths where there is no foothold. I have come into the deep waters. The floods engulf me. I am worn out, calling for help. My throat is parched, my eyes filled, looking for my Savior. You have made me see troubles, many and bitter, for I am lonely and afflicted, with no hope of seeing a better tomorrow. So Lord, will you relieve the troubles of my heart and free me from my anguish? Will you restore my life again from the depths of the hurt? Will you again bring me hope? For of course only you can release my feet from the snare and comfort me once more. Dumb. I am so dumb. In a world of creativity where knowledge flows like river and technology abounds like sands, I seem not to find my fitting or where I belong. My mind is so clouded with disbelief and weakness. The giant in me is deeply asleep and even slipping into coma. All you have to do is find a quiet place and meditate, for your mind to come alive and the giant in you be awakened. So I shut the door behind me day after day. I closed the window and turned off the lights, only for me to keep feeding the giants within in a conducive sleeping atmosphere. I am trying all that I could, but it feels the world is leaving me behind. Everyone is far ahead and finding their fittings and creating a striving environment for themselves and surviving against all odds. But here I am, far behind, slipping away, lost and confused with nowhere to go. I can't seem to see deep within or far ahead. We have all been created to solve a problem, we were told, but I seem to be just occupying space and now has become one of the problems of the world that needs to be solved. So Lord, I have tried all that I could, and it seems my mind is so shallow and my wisdom lacking. Wretched. What a wretched man I am. Who will rescue me from the body that is subject to death? No matter how hard I try not to walk in the counsel of the wicked, I find myself standing in the path of the sinners. And when I try not to sit in the seat of discomfort, I end up sleeping away. And I find myself giving in to the enticements of sinful men. When I was living in the flesh, the sinful passions which were awakened by the law were at work in my body to bear fruits for death. I was once alive without the knowledge of the law, but when the commandments came and I understood its meaning, sin became alive and I died, since the law sentenced me to death. And the very commandment which was intended to bring life actually proved to bring death for me. For sin, seizing its opportunity through the commandment, beguiled and completely deceived me, and using it as a weapon killed me, thereby separating me from God. We know that the law is spiritual, but I am a creature of the flesh, sold into slavery to sin and serving under its control. For I do not understand my own actions. I am baffled and bewildered by them. I do not practice what I want to do, but I am doing the very thing that I hate. For I know that nothing good lives in me. For the good that I want to do, I do not do, but I practice the very evil that I do not want. Wretched and miserable man that I am, who will rescue me and set me free from this body of death? Hopeless. All is hopeless. I am gone with my bones scattered all over in the middle of the valley. My bones are dried up and my hope is lost. I am completely cut off and deeply buried in the grave. Who will breathe upon these dried bones the breath of life and awaken the army that is within? Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe on this slain, that they may come alive. So breathe, Lord. Breathe, Lord. Breathe, Lord, upon this life. From your spirit to my spirit, only your word could lighten me, and only your breath of life can make me come alive and change my world. So just breathe your name upon me. Yod Hay Waw Yay. Just breathe upon me. Breathe restoration, breathe creativity, breathe revival, breathe healing, breathe peace, breathe breakthrough, breathe righteousness, breathe strength, breathe wealth. Because when you breathe your breath, everything dead comes back to life. So I receive your breath and I manifest your power and your wisdom, so that the nations of the earth can see Jesus lifted up, glorified, and exalted in my life.